Okay, gang, we're going to try something different today. I'm going to try going through your lesson on page 284 on the computer. So we'll see if we can do this. Okay, so let's take a look at the first one. You're making a spinner and you need to color it so that if you spin 36 times, 27 times it would land on blue and 9 times it would land on red. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're working with fractions. So you have 26 total spins. So 27 out of 36 are going to be blue, okay? So we just take that fraction and we're not going to divide that circle now into 20 or 36 equal pieces. I mean, you could do that, but that's far more difficult than if we just work with this fraction and reduce it down to lowest terms. So what number goes into both 27 and 36? Remember, when you do an equivalent fraction, you either multiply both the numerator and denominator by the same number or divide them both. Well, in this case, we're going to divide because we want to get it down to lowest terms. So what number goes into both 27 and 36? That number is 9. So we are going to take 27 divided by 9 and 36 divide that by 9. 27 divided by 9 is 3 and 36 divided by 9 is 4. So 3/4 of that spinner would be blue. Okay, so I'm guessing that you can figure out what 1/4 of that spinner is going to be. So, but if we, let's see if I can get this. So if we go back and we say 9 out of 36 are going to be red, well, same thing. We're going to divide both 9 and 36 by 9. 9 divided by 9 is 1. And 36 divided by 9 is 4. So 1/4 of that spinner would then be red. Okay, so I'm going to let you figure that part out. Okay, so let's go down here to problem number 2. These are tricky because they keep moving around, but it's your denominator has to be the same. Okay, before you start moving these fractions one way or the other. So let's take a look at the first one. There's our hint. The first one up here, 8/16 minus what gives us 4/16. Well, the 16 stays the same. So we just have to subtract our 8 minus 4 would give us 4/16. Well, 4/16, okay? If we have 4 over 16, we're going to reduce that down to lowest terms, okay? What number goes into both 4 and 16? 2 does, and we can make it 2/8 if we divided them both by 2. But the number 4 actually goes in, obviously, into 4, and it goes into 16. So we can take 4/16, divide them both by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 16 divided by 4 is 4, 1/4. Well, let's see if that holds true on this one. 3/4 minus 1/4 would be 2/4. So that's our rule. Okay, so now if we go back up here, so now we got 8/8. So we have to change our fourth into eighths. Okay, so if I do that, what do I multiply by 4 by to become 8? We multiply by 2. So 1/4 is the same as 2/8. So if we're subtracting now 8/8 minus 2/8, we would get 6/8 for your answer on this side. Okay, 6/8, or we reduce that down 3/4. Okay, if we divided both of these by 2. So now we're going to come down to this one, and we're going to come, now we're going to add. Okay, so we're going to add 1/4 to this. Well, we have to take our 1/4. Okay, I'm going to slide over here. We're going to take 1/4, and now we have to change it into 12ths. Before we do anything with it, you have to change that fraction into 12ths. Well, how do we do that? Well, to make the 4/12, we have to multiply by 3. And remember, whatever you do to the bottom number, you have to do to the top number. So 3/12. So 1/4 is equal to 3/12. So if we come back over here and we add 3/12, we would get for an answer, remember you're adding going this direction, 10/12. which is the same as 5/6 if you wanted to get that technical. Okay, so let's come down here and check this one. We have 15/20. Okay, so now I need to take my 1/4 and I need to change it into 20ths before I do anything with this problem. How do I change 1/4 into 20ths? 1/4 I would multiply by 5 and it would become 5/20. Okay, and we are subtracting going this direction. So 15 minus 5 would be 10/20. 10/20 is the same as half, but the answer I would take either half or 10/20. Okay. These problems. Okay, so I'm going to let you go on these, but for these, you're just simply, okay, so you have to find the difference. So 67 3/10 plus what number is going to give us 75 22/100? You're just taking those two problems. You have to subtract, okay, to get the answer to this one. Hopefully you have an answer for that one, but it's 7 92/100 when you subtract those, okay? We're also going to subtract to find the difference here. What would the difference? So 6 86/100 minus what number would give us 2 94/100? Again, you are subtracting. Okay, and the answer to that is 3 92/100. Okay, and finding the difference again. So we're subtracting again. 7 92/100 minus 5 69/100 gives us 2 22/100. And the last one, again, finding the difference, but actually this one is a little different. So you have 4 6/10 minus what number gives us 32/100. So answer to this one is 4 28/100. You're subtracting again on that. Let's do our last two. Okay. Just go ahead and give you an answer. Hopefully you, first of all, this is acute. And your degrees. Remember, so you're not reading the wrong side of that or whatever, that always keep in mind what 90 degrees is. This is obviously much less than 90. So 20 degrees for that one. And Sebastian and Joshua estimated the weight of their mother. What is the most reasonable estimate? Well, Mom, it's got to be 150 pounds. 150 pounds. So it is B, the correct answer. About 150 pounds. So there you go. There's our page 284. Hopefully you can follow that. Hopefully you can rewind and do, you know, if you need to go back up and get another explanation on something. But there you have it.